If politicians were human, they would have these kinds of conversations with Trump, with each other, with the UN, with leaders of other countries. So here today, I copied and pasted something I wrote about war a couple of years ago, I think. This is what I wrote about war a couple of years ago. The Doctor of Humanics discusses war. War breeds more war. The humanity lost in times of war takes generations to reestablish itself. But it never does, because war has already bred more war. Humans don't fight in wars. Humans don't invent weapons of war. Humans don't order others to partake in war. Humans don't accept jobs to build weapons of war. Humans don't invest resources to partake or support wars. Humans are not easily convinced about fictional enemies seeking to destroy them through war. Humans don't think that wars have winners. Would-be human parents choose antinatalism in times of war so as to not breed more wars and or become bad parents. Human parents trying to save their children's potential for humanity escape wars with their children and then become refugees. Humanity is never saved, but always increasingly lost because refugees become fictional enemies within cultures who were never brave enough to condemn the inhumanity of war in the first place. Refugees become new soldiers, and so in 2023, I, the Doctor of Humanics, still cannot find the elusive Homo sapien anywhere in the world. You silly, silly Homo communia. Learning how to promote humanity is no longer a type of learning which you, as failed people primates, can partake in, even since before I was born. Professor Marty. P.S. If you don't believe me, then learn some history or watch the news during your own lifetime. Here's what I wanted to say about this. If people have conversations, let's say, about the ceasefire with Hamas and Israel, if, let's say, I was a politician in Canada and I'm an Homo sapien, I would be talking to other politicians in Canada or around the world saying, how should I take you seriously when obviously there is no such thing as this ceasefire, and it's very easy to study the psychological profile of people like Netanyahu and know that they're totally uninterested. It's fake, their ceasefire, and even if it's a little bit less fake, they're going to sabotage it. They've already got plans. That's why they signed, to kind of justify getting back into it and blaming it on others. So, as an Homo sapien, talking to a politician that is you, the Homo communia, I would say, well, shouldn't you be outraged that you got scammed into believing? Even the United Nations saying there's a ceasefire, as if they believe it. And if they're not outraged in the way they were scammed, then I have to be outraged with you for not being outraged in being scammed. I have to be outraged that you want to claim to be part of the same species of Homo sapiens as me, when you most certainly are not. And this is measurable based on the definitions of sentience and sapience.